Hello friends, I'm FIDE instructor Atul Dahale and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you a very interesting opening trick, or you can say the opening trap, which can be applied from white as well as black side when we play Geico Piano opening. Yes, and I'll be showing you one game from white side and one game from black side. In both the games, same idea will be implemented. So guys, what are we waiting for? Let's get started with our today's game and understand what is there for us. But before we go further, I would like to request you that don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. So the game starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5. This is the basic position of Geico Piano opening, you can say. And now there are multiple alternatives from both the sides. So here the basic thing is like c3 can be played, and this will be the original Geico Piano structure. But we are going to see knight c3, which is called as the Hungarian defense. Okay, knight c3, knight f6. This is the symmetrical structure is going on. White plays d3, opening up the bishop's diagonal. Okay, now black castles and white plays bishop g5. Whenever bishop g5 is played, there is some pressure on this diagonal and the knight is pinned. So the ideas of knight d5 are always there in the air. So that's why black decided to play h6 move to dislodge this bishop from g5 square, and which is quite understandable also. Here white can definitely go back to e3 square or capture on f6, but he decided to play in a very daredevil fashion in this position, and he played h4. Well, why is he playing h4? Because his idea is if he capture on g5, then the h file will be opened up and the bishop on c4 will be exerting pressure here, and all you need in this position is like just hit another piece on the h file, that is the queen, and the game will be over. Means black's game. So black plays knight g4. He is also going for the f2 pawn. Always remember, when the bishops are here, they are exerting pressure on these two squares. Okay, so knight comes here. His idea is obviously to capture on f2 and give the 4 and attack d1 as well as the rook on h1. So here white is not afraid of anything, because he had a clear cut aim in this game that he wants to checkmate black's king. So he plays g6. Okay, black captures on f2. He takes the challenge here in this position, and now white plays yet another good move. Can you guess the move? Well, yes, you are right about the move. That is knight takes e5. This is a very interesting idea. Okay, so now there are three options you can say from black side. One is capturing on h1, capturing on d1, and also capturing on e5. So I'll be showing you one by one. Okay, first we'll see what happens if knight takes e5. Then we can play rook h1, h8 check, king h8, and now queen h5 check, king g8, and now queen h7 check and mate. Look at this pawn which is on g6. It is supporting for the checkmate. Okay, that's why g6 is played. Another thing is, after knight takes e5, what happens if knight takes h1? Well, in this position you can see the knight, bishop, and the pawn are attacking on f7, and we can simply play g into f7 in this case. And after this, if you play rook into f7, bishop into f7, king h8, then we have this queen h5 move. And if we capture here on e5, then we will be winning the queen on d8 by playing queen h8. If king comes here, then knight d5 check. The king doesn't have any squares to protect the queen on d8, and if you capture here, then white will be queen up. Okay, but what happens if he captures the queen? This is the biggest question, because queen is a very powerful piece, isn't it? But if he goes for the queen in this game, then the game will be over very soon with a very interesting move, that is g into f7. Remember this thing. Okay, g into f7. Now black doesn't have any squares, so he must play rook into f7. And now what will you play? Yes, we should capture on f7 with the bishop, giving him a check. He has only one move. Now give it another check. He has only one move. Now bring the knight in the game with knight d5 check. He has again only one move. And here don't be greedy. Okay, you can definitely capture the queen, but we have something more in this position, that is knight c4 is a check and mate. And this is the opening trap which you can say the successfully you have applied, and this is how you play. But I will tell you one thing, all the opening traps have some kind of a flaw in them, and I will be showing you how you can avoid these things if you are playing from black side. Okay, but okay, before we go there, so for that thing I would like to tell you that stay tuned with me till the end, because we are going to see the same opening trap which can be applied from black side. Okay, so let's see. Here the game starts with obviously e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, knight c3, knight f6. Okay, Hungarian defense quite good enough. White plays d3, black also plays d6, and now here castling. After this, white plays bishop g4 in this position. In the previous game which we looked at, bishop g5 was played and white got the chance. Okay, so black here in this position plays bishop g4, and as per the previous game he plays h3. Actually he should not play this move. Okay, and black goes for h5. He is also offering his opponent his bishop, and white very gladly captured here. But we know this thing, once you capture here, the threat is going to be there on g3. So knight g5, again he is going for the f7 pawn, but black did not care about this thing. He played g3, and after knight takes f7 he played knight takes e4. Obviously the idea is to play rook h1 followed by queen h4, check and mate. He captured the queen here, and we know how to win in this game. If he captures here, then this capture, then rook into f2, bishop into f2, king f1, and now we will give rook h1 check, king e2, and this time it will be a quicker checkmate with knight to d4, check and mate. Obviously if he captures knight h8, then we can go for what we will go for. Well, we have this move, obviously one of the moves is there, or we can even play queen h4 in this position, and after queen h4 we are going to play queen h2, check and mate very soon, because this bishop is there. So guys, this is the opening trick which you should remember, which might happen in your game, and as per my promise I'll be showing you how you can avoid this thing. Okay, so we'll be going back to the position where we started with white. Okay, so here this was the crushing mating attack, you can say, but all these things can be avoided if here in this position blacks understand that this bishop's diagonal should be blocked, and that's why here you should play d5 move. Okay, until now you can allow your opponent, but if you play d5 move, then after knight into d5 the knight will be coming in between and you will get a lot of chances to play in the game. That is one of the thing which you can do. Another thing is there, that instead of allowing all these things, always remember that instead of playing h6, because if you want to defend the position, okay, then you should have 3 pawns and a knight, so that you can be safe on that side of the board. So a very reasonable move can be bishop e7 without fearing about anything, no pin, nothing. Or another thing is also there, that after h6 h4 don't capture on g5. Okay, that you can do. Okay, these are the things which I would like to tell you. And one more thing is there, after the e3 if you play d6, if white plays bishop g5, then another good move is there from black side, that here obviously you cannot come back with bishop e7 and unpin the knight, but you have a good move, that is bishop e6. Why are you playing bishop e6? Because if let's suppose he captures, this is not a good idea, because after f into e6 black will be controlling d5 as well as the f5 square, and that will be fine. And if he plays knight d5, then we can just play bishop into d5 and the attack will be over. There will not be any pressure on f6 square, and you can definitely defend the position quite well. So I hope that you will use this thing in your game and save yourself also. And if your opponent gets trapped, then obviously you can win the game very easily. So guys, we'll be meeting very soon in next video. Till that moment, take care and goodbye.